This is Common Sense. I'm William Ferguson. And today I just happened to have been perusing through the internet sites, and I saw a thing with Adam Schiff. I don't know if he's Senate or House. But he was saying that the memo that we're trying to get released so that the public can know what is in this. And basically, I would say it's an oversight or an overview of the corruption in Washington, D.C. as far as the Obama administration goes. And Schiff was saying that there's more to the story. There is. And so, Mr. Schiff, what is that more to the story? And don't give me this crap that, the memo is still being held as confidential or secret or top secret or whatever. Because if there's more to it, then the more probably isn't confidential, secret, or top secret. And being as you know everything, everything, why don't you tell us? In fact, I will bet you $1,000, which is how much I make in a month. I bet you $1,000 that even when the memo is released and we find out what it is, you're not going to say a word about this more to the story garbage, because there is no more to the story. You are simply attempting to lie to the public and get them to believe your lie. You're as bad as Schumer is. I don't know which one of you is worse, as a matter of fact. But you Democrats, you liberals, that seem to think you own the world and you rule the country, and every person in the American society is going to believe every single word you say because you are so great and awesome. Well, you're full of yourself, and you're full of a substance that is nasty. Okay? And I'm getting so tired of you Democrats, you swamp creatures, thinking that your job isn't to serve the public. But you think that your job is to look good so that your constituents and your districts will reelect you, which is garbage. And you must have some seriously stoned constituents, seriously brain dead, to keep electing you. And I'm being serious. That's not funny. If you have people that agree with your actions and your opinions and your priorities and whatever else they agree with, they have to have something wrong with them. Okay, the state of California is going down the toilet fast. Okay? And another thing about California here, San Francisco wasn't built on the fault line, LA wasn't built on the fault line, and San Diego wasn't close to the fault line just because they're close to the fault line. It's because there is a God, the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Father of Jesus, the Messiah. He put that fault line there because he knew what was going to happen. And yes, it happened. The filth, the degradation, the sin, the outright evil that is happening in California. God knew it was going to happen, and so He put the San Andreas fault line there. And he said, when it's time, I'm going to bust it loose. Now, I've noticed that a lot of Christian conservatives are leaving California because they're sick and tired of earning X amount of money and the government of California taking half of their money. They're tired of it. Now, there's a story in the Bible about Abram and his wife Sarai, and God came to them and talked to him, and he said, look, you're going to have a kid. And Sarah laughed, and the story goes on that Jesus, whom I don't think Abram knew who it was, but he was fixing to leave. And he said, I got to go down to Sodom and Gomorrah and I'm going to destroy them. And Abram asked, if there are 10 righteous people, will you still destroy it? And he said, no. And he said, if there's one righteous person, will you destroy it? And he said, no. And later on in the story, 2 angels went to Lot, who was the righteous person living in Sodom or Gomorrah, one of the two. But the angel said, get out. And so Lot and his wife and his daughters, they left. And God destroyed the place. So if that's how it happened in history, I would suppose that history has a way of repeating itself. And if God is trying to get the point across, I am sick and tired of your evil ways in California, why not? It's His world, His creation. We are His creation. Everything on this earth is His creation. Man didn't create a thing. God gave us everything. God gave us the materials to build automobiles. God gave us the oil in the ground to make the automobile go. God makes the plants grow. He makes the world go round. He put the earth at exactly the right place so that the middle wouldn't burn up and the ends wouldn't ice over and freeze the entire planet. Pretty good, huh? He also created time. And in time, things change. And so, if the state of California keeps up with its sinful, evil, wicked, against God nature, don't say somebody didn't warn you. Don't even go there. Because there are plenty of warnings. In fact, I think it's in Revelation. It says that there will be earthquakes. But do not be afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. I am not afraid of anything. Because when I die, that's when my life begins. I know where heaven is. I know where God is. I know where Jesus is. I know where those who have passed before me are. In fact, at times, they can peek through the barrier between here and there and watch me telling you, in California, you better beware. Or if there are no righteous in California, God, He did it before, and I'm sure He's going to do it again. So, if I was you, I'd turn my life away, repent from the sinful nature, the sinful things that you are doing. Seek God, seek forgiveness, and live a life of peace and serenity, of joy, of accepting what you have and being grateful, more than grateful. Because I'm not only grateful, I am ecstatic about what I have, which is very little. But what I do have is a lot. It's everything. Because I've been to third world countries and I've seen what they have, which is a whole lot less than what I have. They go days without food. They do. I don't. I have plenty of food because God provides for me. So, That's all I got for now. And this is not a joke. And this is not playing around. This is real. This is serious. And I ask those who are believers, please pray for the leadership of this country. And please pray that the eyes of those who keep voting in these liberals will have their eyes open and start voting conservative. Because conservative is the way of the Bible. And the way of the Bible is the way God has made man to live. And live right. It's our choice, the way we live. And myself, I choose to follow God. Because He knows. A lot better than I do. He knows. So, thanks for watching. Have a good one.